We are coming closer to the middle of the year, which is the high time for the gaming industry because it's E3 time. But E3 is dead, so instead we usually get 4 different showcases in different days in a span of 2 weeks. We got State of Play, Xbox Game Showcase, a rumored Nintendo Direct, and of course, Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest. So I kinda just want to talk about games I'm hoping to see, so let's start with Sony's State of Play. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what to expect or want to see from Sony's State of Play. I think the lineup of PlayStation games is kind of dry right now. Wolverine is definitely something I'd be looking forward to, and that new Naughty Dog game looks interesting, but there's not really anything else beyond that. Anything on God of War Remake would be neat, but I think it'd be too soon. Tokon is a fighting game I'm excited for, so maybe new characters that will be shown. I'm still hoping for a Venom spin-off game, and maybe a God of War spin-off game. But here's the thing, the word around the street is that this State of Play might be big. They're setting up watch parties in theaters. So they're definitely cooking something for the State of Play. And since it feels like it's going to be big, there's 3 things that will live up to that for me at least. Bloodborne game, either a sequel or a remake, Kingdom Hearts 4, or PlayStation 6 with maybe a GTA 6 teaser to accompany it. On the other hand, we have Xbox. There's a few things I want to see in this showcase. One of them being Persona 4 Revival. The last time we were given a tease of this game was a year ago. I know in terms of Persona we just came out of Persona 3 Reload, which was also a remake, but I really want to see Persona 4 Revival as it's one of my favorite in the Persona series. It's supposedly being built in Unreal Engine, so I'm curious if they can still maintain that Atlas art style in Unreal Engine. Another game that's being remade in Unreal Engine is Halo. I know they're remaking Halo 1, and as much as I want to be hyped for that, I've played this game since I was a kid, and again when it was remade in Master Chief Collection. I don't know, playing it a third time in a different coat of paint makes the hype for it kinda wears off. Especially since this will only be focusing the campaign. I mean, it's cool that it has extra missions and weapons and such, but it's Halo 1 again, which was already a great game. I don't know how much more you can do to it to excite me. I think I would have been much more hyped if they decided to remake Halo 3. Gears of War E-Day, on the other hand, is something I'm hyped for because I haven't played Gears of War since the 360 days, and it's going to be the main thing in this showcase. I just hope the gameplay looks and feels good. It'll actually give me an excuse to replay Gears of War 2 and 3 again, and maybe give Gears 5 a try. Outside of that, I don't know, maybe some small stuff, maybe Fable, I know that got delayed to next year. Maybe even an Overwatch Season 3 trailer. Overall, I think it'll be a solid showcase from Xbox. I mean, their new CEO seems to be doing some good moves for them. And I've really been enjoying Forza. So if they have any news or updates for Forza, I'd also be pretty excited. And from the big 3, I think that leaves us with Nintendo. I know there's not really a direct announce yet, but they usually announce one like a day or 2 before it happens, and it's usually around this time period as well. So for now, let's just assume that there's a direct coming. Now, personally, I have been pretty much absent with Nintendo for the past couple of years. I did not buy a Switch 2 because there weren't really any games that appealed to me on launch, and there hasn't been any game shown that gave me a big push to get the Switch 2. However, slowly but surely there are games that are popping up that I'm looking forward to, like that new Pokemon Waves and Wind. I think that has got to be the best looking mainline Pokemon game yet, so I'm really crossing my fingers it'll be the game that brings me back to Pokemon. Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave looks like the sequel to Tree Houses, which was one of my favorite games back in the Switch. And Dustbloods, where the hell is it? It felt like 1 year of no news around it. I'm starting to get worried. Though I'd be down if they showed a new Zelda game or a new Mario game. I think those would really push me to get a Switch too. That and the fact that it's increasing in price over time. But for me personally, if they showed anything new from Monolith Soft, or anything new for Smash Bros, then it'd be an instant buy for me. That pretty much covers the big 3 showcases. Summer Game Fest is more of a mixed bag of things where anything could appear. So I'm going to talk about games from some game companies. So let's start off with Capcom. Monster Hunter Wilds for the Switch 2. It was a thing that got data leaked, so I have no idea how the Switch 2 is going to handle that game, but I'd be so down for it if it means more people I know get to play Wilds. And of course we can't just talk about Wilds without talking about its big expansion coming. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I enjoy Wilds a lot, so I am really excited for the Wilds expansion. I'm hoping that the theme revolves around Elder Dragons since we only got one as a tease in the base game. I'm just curious on how difficulty works in the expansion since 9-star and 10-star monsters in the base game were already very tough to beat. Before I move on to the next game, These are the monsters that I realistically want to come back, and these are the ones that I dream for them to come back. Moving on, I'm a casual fighting game player, and I haven't really dived much into Street Fighter 6, at least not as much as Guilty Gear. However, I'm not going to spoil it, but if a certain leak is real about the next season of characters, there might be a certain character that might push me into actually investing more hours into the game. But that's all I'll say about that. I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone because it's, again, a leak. Let's just move on. Capcom has some other stuff that I'd be hyped too, like the Dragon's Dogma 2 expansion. It might get revealed after all these years. They might possibly announce some more DLCs for RE9 and Pragmata, and also finally show the release date for Onimusha, because that game's supposed to come out this year. There is, however, one game that I really want to see more of from any of these showcases, and that's Mega Man Dual Override. I love Mega Man. I had a totally calm and collected reaction to it during the Game Awards last year. X-Men? Mega Man! Oh shit! Oh, we're so back! We're so back! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! I'm not really a classical Mega Man fan, but if Capcom does this game good, like its other IPs, and if it does well enough, there is hope for them making a modern Mega Man X game, since I played X4, X5, and X6 on the PS1. It'd be nice to see Mega Man and Mega Man X games get the treatment like other legacy IPs that Capcom has, especially after all these years of Mega Man being dead, then alive again with Mega Man 11, and then dead again. Who knows, maybe we'll see Mega Man Star Force or ZX to come back. Or even maybe, and this is my hopium, Mega Man Legends 3? A guy can dream. There's rumors about Sega remastering Sonic Frontiers, but to be honest, I just really want a new 3D Sonic game. It's been a while. I mean, the last thing we had was Sonic X Shadow Generations, which was really good, but half of it was just Sonic Generations, and I've played it so much in the 360. I wouldn't even mind if they decided to make a Sonic Frontiers 2, or maybe a 3D Sonic game that doesn't follow the boost formula. Also, where are the compilation of remakes that Sega announced back then? I mean, I know Shinobi came out, but what about Crazy Taxi and all those other old games? Oh yeah, and there's also Virtua Fighter, the fighting game that was made in Unreal Engine 5. Let's not talk about Unreal Engine 6, I think it's too soon. Last but not least, Square Enix. I don't think we're going to see Final Fantasy XVII just yet, and Dragon Quest XII got recently shown, so I doubt there'll be that too. Also, rest in peace Final Fantasy IX Remake? I think that got canned, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to see Kingdom Hearts 4, but not for me, I'm not a Kingdom Hearts fan, but more for my friends who are really into Kingdom Hearts and the community behind it. All they got last time when they shared news were screenshots, and I thought it was really funny. At this point, they're desperate for any kind of news. I feel so sorry for them. All I'll say is that I'll be happy for them, and I might even celebrate with them by actually completing my Kingdom Hearts Marathon series on Twitch, if even an inkling of Kingdom Hearts 4 is shown. Oh my god, there he goes. Lastly, the game I'm most excited for is Final Fantasy VII Part 3. This series holds a special place in my heart. From playing Final Fantasy VII Remake back in 2020, to playing Final Fantasy VII OG, then to Crisis Core, then to Rebirth in 2023. So much of my time was spent listening to fan theories, replaying the game in different platforms, and just getting into the universe of Final Fantasy VII. Remake got me loving the characters and showing me the best gameplay feel of an action RPG. Rebirth expanded on the world, gameplay, and the characters. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was the first game to really push me to make these video essay type videos. And because I wanted to save recordings of my reaction to the game, I even started streaming on Twitch and saving the VODs. This third game is the finale of the trilogy. It has been in the back of everyone's mind ever since finishing Rebirth. A game where the developers can go all out as there is no sequel needing to hold them back on mechanics and gameplay. It is the game that will bring meaning to the previous two games.
It was worth it! It was worth it! I stayed awake for 4 hours straight, it was worth it!
A conclusion where we hope that all questions and theories get answered, Whether that conclusion is something everyone will be happy with is still in the air. But there's one thing that's inevitable, and that's when the first teaser is shown, when that title for the third game is dropped, it will be the start of the end.